So this is Joshua Hart from JTH Boxing, and today I'm delighted to be joined by Eithan James. Ethan, thank you for joining me today. And how are we doing?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Just got back home, chilling, ready for next week.
Well, that's what my first question was going to be. How are we feeling ahead of fight week? Just only a matter of days away from fight week now. How are we
Yeah,
feeling?
it's been a long old time out of the ring. Was back out in November, so just looking forward to get back in there now and just getting back used to the ring, fighting, and then hopefully be back out like in the next 2, 3 months as well.
And how's training camp been for this fight? Obviously, like you said, it's been a while out of the ring. Was it November you were last in the ring? I want to say.
Yeah, yeah, early November. So since then, I've been in the gym over Christmas and started back in properly January. So we've had a good long camp for this. Been sparring some good lads, and camp's just been going good. It's just sort of flowed really. Got the last minute sort of call for this fight. Like still got a 4 or 5 week notice, but there was a pull out, so I got to jump on the card. And obviously I weren't trying to turn that down. It's a good show, so I was ready and I said yeah, I wanted it.
Well, so what I was going to ask as well is, you're back at the Copperbox as well. Obviously, I think I want to say your last three fights have been in Telford, so now you're back to the Copperbox. What's it like? Obviously, I know you fought there before, but how does it feel to be back and also back on such a big show?
Yeah, it's nice. Obviously Telford's a good little close show for me. Get people up there, get good few fans. Obviously boxing there 3 times in a row, you want to get back out somewhere else, new venue. Obviously the Copper Box was decent, but I box behind closed doors there. So obviously having fans there and having a big night of boxing with Joyce on, good undercard as well. There's some big fights on there. Yeah, it should be good. I'm looking forward to it.
And before I move on, what is the prediction for the main event? I've seen a lot of people are tied up between Joyce and Zhang. Who are you backing?
I think Joyce has got it. I think there's a lot of people in the heavyweight division that's scared to fight him at the moment just because he's a beast in it at the moment. But yeah, I reckon Joyce by stoppage. I think.
I think it's definitely you can't argue with that prediction. I probably agree with that one, but at the same time, Zhang's no easy
He's tough.
fight.
Yeah, yeah. No, I thought he beat Hergovich to be fair
Yeah.
in his one of his last fights, but obviously he didn't get the decision. But yeah, he ain't no mug. He knows what he's doing. He's tough.
My next question is obviously last time out it was a 10 rounder for you. This time it's back to six. Is it just based on the fact it's a short notice fight that it's just back down to 6 rounds for yourself, or is it just finding your feet
Yeah.
again?
So BoxRec says it's 6, but I'm scheduled to fight 8, so I think that might be going up. But obviously, yeah, just dropped down in rounds because there wasn't much opportunity for me to get on the card. There wasn't enough space, but they said we can jump on and do an 8 round. I was like, yeah, that's perfect. Back at 10 rounds, hopefully in my next fight, which should be for a title in the next 2 months, 3 months. So yeah, just a nice little warm up start the year, and then get back in there fighting for a proper title hopefully this time.
Well, you've actually kind of ticked off two questions that I had there in one. I was going to say, will it be a quick turnaround with a victory? And then the other one was going to be, do you have any title aspirations as well within the next year? And you kind of just answered both in that one question
Yeah,
there.
my bad, mate.
Oh,
But
it's
yeah,
fine, don't worry.
obviously I was supposed to fight for a title twice last year. They both fell through, unfortunately. So yeah, this year's just more of the same. Obviously, we need to get back in. It's been a long time out, so get back in, get a little fight. Obviously, not looking past Friday or Saturday next week, but obviously get that done and then get back into the title shot opportunity.
And obviously, without overlooking, obviously, your next fight and then obviously the title fight as well, how active would you like to be this year?
Yeah, and I wouldn't mind getting another 2 fights in towards the end of the year. Obviously, have a little break, 2 fights back to back, have a little break, go on holiday, come back in around August time, get back out end of September and early end of November time. That'd be quite good for me.
Yeah, that's.
Nice little two to end the year.
Do you have any ideas of which titles you'll be pushing for? Do you reckon?
Not a clue. I'm hoping that they said there's a lot title opportunity there for me at the end of June. So hopefully something decent.
And obviously, I'm fairly sure the answer to this will be yes. But would you like to see yourself push for a British title within the near future? Not near future, but within the foreseeable future.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, so I don't know if anyone knows. I'm moved up for this fight to welterweight. So obviously, it's not hard making that weight considering when I was making super light. So I'd be happy to fight for British, but obviously I just want to sort of build into the weight for a bit, get a good couple of tough fights because I've not really had any really tough fights apart from my last opponent, which was a good fight. So obviously need a couple more of them, and then, yeah, definitely aiming for British like around next year time, definitely.
I would actually like to touch on your last fight because wasn't it a late notice opponent as well? Wasn't there like a little replacement very late on?
Yeah, so obviously that was one of the pullouts that I was supposed to be fighting for a title. So what happened was he pulled out literally on the weigh-in day, and then that lad had to pull out the same day as well. So he was supposed to be fighting in Sheffield for 10 rounds. So lucky enough, he wanted to fight, and so did I. So obviously they ended up putting us two together, and obviously he come up a weight, and obviously I was at super light, so he took it short notice, but obviously 10 rounds ready, and obviously he proved that.
And it was a fairly decent fight for yourself. So obviously you did get dropped in the first, but you still battled back and obviously ended up winning the points decision. Was it good to have that test there against the man who was so willing to come and try and take you out?
Yeah, because I've not had that for 3 years. You know what I mean? Like I've had people that just ready to walk over sort of thing, just in there to get paid. But obviously, with me being put down in the first round, it was a good shot. Just caught me off balance and he put me down. And obviously, I had the two cuts as well for the fight, which was a fucking nightmare. But obviously, just showing that I can dig deep and get it done when I need to. And obviously, with all the stuff that's going around in the ring, it didn't put me off one bit. So I was focusing for the whole fight and got the job done.
And finally, could you just give us, without obviously giving away your game plan, could you give us a little prediction ahead of fight night next Saturday?
I'd like to say stoppage, but obviously all my fights are on point, so I'm going with points. But obviously moving up weight, feeling good, been carrying some heavy shots in my sparring. I know that, so yeah, maybe a stoppage. We'll see.
Listen, I think it's time we see a stoppage from you.
I think it's
Ethan,
overdue.
overdue, the best way to put it. Ethan, thank you for joining me today. It's been a pleasure to have you on, and best of luck next Saturday.
Nah, cheers, mate. I appreciate it. Thank you.